Hi friend, I just wanted to take a minute to invite you to our LASH BIZ BABES Experience 2026. This is a one-day all online event happening on May 2nd, and our theme for the year is going all in. We are shaking things up and doing it differently than anyone ever has before. This is going to be an all online event as usual, but it's going to be 100% a curated journey throughout your day as we guide you through the mindset, strategy, and passion needed to go all in on your business to make it your best year in business yet. All lash artists, estheticians, and beauty professionals are invited to join us. There will be guided sessions, interactive workshops, a panel discussion, and big giveaways happening throughout that whole day. And tickets are on sale now for only $199. Payment plans are available. Let's go all in on our businesses for 2026 together. All the details and the link for tickets are down in the show notes below. I would love to have you join us online in May. Welcome to Lash Biz Babes, the podcast for solo beauty business owners who want to build a full clientele and create a business and life that they truly love. My name is Erica. I'm your host. I'm a lash artist turned beauty business coach, lash educator, and social media manager for salons and beauty businesses. I'm so happy that you're here. Let's go ahead and jump into today's episode. Welcome to this week's episode of Lash Biz Babes. My name is Erica. I'm your host, and this week we are going to be talking about the fastest way that you are going to grow your beauty business in 2026. And it's probably actually not what you think, because what I have to say about this is the fastest way you're going to be able to grow is if you are practicing consistency over perfection. That's what we're going to talk about today, and how do you actually put that into play, and why will that help you grow faster than anything else this year. And before we jump into things, I just wanted to make a quick announcement in case you missed it over on Instagram, but I am going to be a keynote speaker at International Lash Expo in Glendale, Arizona on March 1st, 2026. I'm super excited, so if you don't already have your ticket, definitely go grab it. I will make sure that is linked down in the show notes that you can get your ticket to come to the event. Arizona is my home state, and so I'm very, very, very excited to get to go back to my home state and speak and just pour into lash artists and business owners there. It's going to be a great event. It's a one-day event, I believe, this year. Definitely come see me. I would love to say hi and get a picture with you and get to hug you all and get to see you. Check out the show notes to get all the information for that event and grab your ticket because it is coming up quick. Other than that, let's jump into today's episode. What's going to help you grow the fastest? Consistency over perfection. So I feel like perfectionism, or this sense, basically is the kind of like a sense of like you need control over every single little piece, which just honestly is not going to happen. But it's like also nothing is ever going to be quote unquote perfect. I spent literally months pouring into, like when I did lash trainings, I put together my own curriculum for that, and I literally spent months putting together the curriculum and the manuals for it. I poured like so much time and effort into these manuals, and by the end, it felt complete, right? But then after every training, I was like updating it and making it better, and like, okay, I need to change this, I need to add this, I need to take this out, whatever that looked like. It was never 100% perfect, even after pouring all of that time and money and like effort into creating it. And that was a big lesson for me of just like, this is never going to feel perfect, but like you have to keep showing up and trying, and you have to keep showing up and just adjusting as you go. And I've talked with lash artists before, estheticians before, like I want to start training, but my manual is not perfect. My logo is not perfect. I just don't feel like I can start till everything is perfect. It's a limiting belief. You are holding your own self back. And some people can recognize that, but they still don't do anything about it. And one of those people in particular who I talked about never even ended up putting out their trainings and doing any of that, even though that was a big goal and a big dream of theirs. And it was because I'm sure there could have been other reasons I wasn't aware of. But from my perspective, from what I was told by this individual, like the perfectionism, it was never perfect. It just felt like they couldn't put it out there and put that out to the world, to the industry. You can still have a high standard and make sure that everything looks good and like everything's cohesive and put together and all of that. but still put it out there and realize that like it's going to change, it's going to evolve, it's never going to be 100% perfect. So I truly believe like perfectionism and being a perfectionist is actually not really a badge of honor like a lot of people feel like it is. I really feel like it's something that actually holds you back and limits yourself. It's like a limiting belief because you're not going to show up unless it's perfect, quote unquote, but you're really just holding yourself back because also it's like, well, I don't feel ready. It doesn't feel like the perfect timing. And it's just like, there's never going to be a perfect time to start something new, to, add a new service in, to start your trainings, to change your pricing or bring on a new product line or, try new products. There's just never a perfect time for anything, I don't feel like. And if you wait until it feels perfect or until you feel ready, you could be waiting forever. Are you ever truly gonna feel like 100% ready to put yourself outside of your comfort zone and try something new, right? So I feel like that perfectionism can really hold you back. And what's actually gonna help you grow faster is just showing up consistently. It doesn't have to be perfect. You can still do a good job with things and put your best foot forward, have your services or your experience or your trainings or your online courses or your products or whatever, like you can still have it be up to your standards and wait till it's to your standards to put it out there. There just also comes a point where like you just have to go out there and do it, even if it's not 100% perfect yet. I listened to a podcast years ago that where she was talking about how done is better than perfect. And I truly believe that is the case in a lot of instances where it's like, it's better to just get it done and get it out there than for it to be like 100% perfect. You have to nitpick it apart and take years to do something. So if you truly want to grow your business this year and you truly want to grow quickly, I really think that consistency and showing up for yourself, continuing to try again, making updates and changes and letting things evolve as time goes on, as you keep growing, is how you're going to grow the fastest because you're showing up and you're doing the work. That little baby steps every day is going to take you farther than doing nothing is because you weren't completely steady on your feet quite yet. You're still making progress, even if it's not perfect, instead of just standing in the same place waiting until it's absolutely perfect before you can take any steps. Consistency is always going to help you grow faster than anything else, in my opinion. And I'll give you another example of this. Like starting the podcast, I didn't have the expensive microphone or a MacBook or like the completely perfect podcast setup before I started. I literally, my first episodes, and I won't even go back and listen to them because I'm so like, I'm like, oh my gosh, that would be so cringy to listen to. Because I recorded them like on my iPhone in my kitchen of the townhouse we were renting, and our kitchen table was like a camping table with a camping chair and like the most furthest thing from perfect, right? The perfect setup or whatever. The thing about it was like I still did it. I still showed up. It wasn't 100% perfect, but I put myself out there and got it done. And it's like the first time you do anything, it's not going to be perfect. It's probably actually not going to be very good. Like, how are you ever going to get better at it if you don't practice and if you aren't doing those things, right? Like, I was even just talking to my daughter about this on our walk that we went on before I started recording these podcast episodes today. My husband had taken her and my son to go play pickleball. And she was talking about how she's just not very good at it and she can't hit the ball very well, which, mind you, she's only 5. So, like, not quite there yet. But I was like, honey, like, if you don't go play and have fun and practice, how are you going to get better? We all start somewhere, is what I told her. I think that's just the case with literally any venture that you want to do, whether that's lashes or hair or, hair extensions, lash lifts, anything, teaching, podcasting, online courses, any of these things, right? It's not going to be perfect at first, but you still have to put yourself out there and show up and do the thing. Now I'm almost 4 years into the podcast and I still don't have the very perfect setup. If you could see the video version of this, I've literally got my daughter's pink princess kitchen in the background because I'm recording in her bedroom because it's the only quiet room in the house right now. But I do have a much better setup, a much better computer, a much better microphone, like doing things differently than I did before. But it's like if I had waited until I had all of those things, like it probably would have waited a couple more years or more, and I wouldn't be 4 years into podcasting already and wouldn't have been able to reach as many countries as we have. Because, like, this show was listened to in like 65 plus countries around the whole world. You just have to show up and keep going. And even when that comes to building your clientele, maybe you're showing up and you're putting yourself out there in Facebook groups or on TikTok or on Instagram, and like you're not seeing the traction or engagement or the bookings that you want yet. But it's like you still have to consistently show up, because how else are people going to find out about you, right? Just because it doesn't feel like it's working right now, like it's not giving you outward results yet, doesn't mean that it's not working behind the scenes and that it's not reaching people and that it's not helping you grow. Like, I feel like all the consistency compounds into like a snowball effect, and you just build that momentum. But you have to keep showing up, whether it's one person liking your posts or 10 or 100 or 1,000 or 100,000, right? You have to keep showing up, whether one person watches your live video or one person downloads your podcast or 100 people or 1,000 people. Or you have to keep showing up, whether you have one lash client or 50 lash clients. Show up the same for the one that you would for the 50. Figure out what that experience is like and what you want that to be like for all 50 of your clients once you have them. You kind of just have to show up for yourself and show up consistently. And that's what's going to compound. That's what's going to help you take those baby steps every day. And that's what truly adds up. And then you look back and you're like, oh my gosh, look how far I came this year because of all the little baby steps that I took every day instead of just standing still in the same place, right? I think we've probably all heard or seen that quote that's like, what's scarier, like getting outside of your comfort zone and putting yourself out there, like doing a video on social media or posting in a Facebook group or even showing up for your business and growing your business, or is like being in the same place in 1 year scarier to you? Do you want to stand still in your perfectionism and be in the same place 1 year from now? Or do you want to get kind of messy and get things done and just keep showing up and keep staying consistent for yourself and be like 100 steps from where you were before a year from now? You can't get there without doing things and making progress and getting things done. And you cannot let perfectionism hold you back, or the need to like control everything, because you're never going to be able to control everything. So you just have to look at what is within my control to help me be able to grow. And there's always going to be outside forces or outside things that happen that you are not going to have control over. But then you kind of have to reevaluate, what do I do have control over? How can I still show up for myself? How can I wake up and try again tomorrow? That's like my favorite motto. I've literally told myself this since I was like a teenager, just like tomorrow is a new day, like wake up and try again, right? And that has pulled me through so many hard days as a business owner, just like showing up each day, 1% better each day. And obviously, there's going to be days where like maybe you do make more strides than just 1%, but like you can't expect to make huge leaps of progress every single day. Most of the time, it is little baby steps that you're taking every day towards your goals, towards being better than you were yesterday, right? Because that's truly your biggest competition, is the person you were yesterday, the habits you had yesterday, the thoughts you had yesterday, the actions you took yesterday. How are we showing up for ourselves and doing better than that today? And how are we doing that consistently? Because that truly is what's going to help you grow the fastest this year, is showing up with consistency and not expecting perfection out of yourself. Because perfectionism is a limiting belief. It will keep you in your shoes. It will keep you frozen. It'll keep you in a fear and scarcity mindset. And you need to break free of that to be able to grow your business faster this year and truly go all in for your business in 2026. So this was a quick episode, but I hope it helps you kind of get a new mindset, get a fresh perspective, just like what truly is going to move the needle for your business this year. Because it's not even necessarily like you should be doing or you have to be doing this, this, and this to grow the fastest this year. But it's more so like, how are you showing up for yourself? Because you're not going to grow, you're not showing up. And the more consistent you are with, you make the plan and you stick to it, even when you don't feel like it, and you have that discipline, you're not just depending on motivation and you're showing up consistently. That's truly when the momentum builds, you're able to move the needle, and you grow the fastest. So don't get stuck. Don't get frozen in your perfectionism this year. Show up, do the dang thing. It's not going to be perfect. It's going to feel uncomfortable. It's going to be outside of your comfort zone. The first time you do anything's never going to be that great, but you show up and you keep doing it and it keeps getting better and better and better. Like, just think about the first time you did lashes or a facial or someone's hair. Like, it was not probably very great. and you've continued to get better and better and better over time. And like, look how far you've come with that. It's the same thing. Okay. Growing your business is the same thing. It's not going to be perfect at first, but it's going to keep getting better and better and better. The more you show up for yourself, the more consistent you are, the faster you're going to be able to grow. So I love you. I hope you have a great week. Make sure you're subscribed to the show wherever you listen to podcasts at so that you can get notified when there's new episodes live every single Tuesday. I love you. Have the best week, and I will talk to you again next week.